How We Feeling Tribe. My name is Siri Imani. I'm a part of a group called Tribe. Just wanted to send out a quick message and really just my support to Muse for this initiative to get us all down to the polls. It is extremely necessary. Keep telling people all the time, don't even look at it as your vote, look at it as your voice. It needs to be heard. We need to know what y'all want to see from y'all communities, who you want to represent you, what you want everything to look like, not just in the community, but in the country. You know, and it's an important time right now. And this is coming from somebody who has been very jaded to voting, has complete distrust in the system. I do recognize, however, though, that you gotta apply pressure on all fronts if you wanna see some change. That goes with grassroots, in the courts, in the schools, everything. It's all just different tools that we can use, and we gotta use them all. You know, whether we necessarily believe that's the one that's gonna get us to the change we wanna see, we gotta use it and we gotta try, or we can't even complain. And me, I'm gonna let my voice be heard about what I don't like to see, so I'm definitely gonna be there when it's time to make the action for what I do wanna see. And I hope y'all gonna join me. I really do. I see y'all down at the polls. Make sure y'all meet me. We got the power to change a lot. We just gotta be heard. Love.
Way back when they said all men, they meant everyone the European man. So back then to vote required being white and being rich and being there. They said you can vote if you've got no property, and you can vote if you're not free. You can vote if you are a woman, 'cause you got no say in democracy. Year by year, people had to wonder what the Declaration must have meant. By all men, clearly it was time for an electoral adjustment. And they won the vote for those who had no property, and won the vote for those who've been free. Won the vote for women in America. They wrote it down, it was guaranteed. They all said it's my vote. No, you can't deny it, 'cause it's my voice. You can't take it away, 'cause it's my right. No, I won't be quiet. It's my vote, my voice, my right. My vote, my voice, my right. Our rights are right, but without a fight it can evaporate and float away. And by night there were those who came around and tried to take the vote away. They said you can vote, you have to pay the poll tax, and you can vote, you can pass the exam. You can vote for fear of retribution, and the people stood up and said, well damn, it's my vote. No, you can't deny it, 'cause it's my voice. You can't take it away, 'cause it's my right. No, I won't be quiet. It's my vote, my voice, my right. My vote, my voice, my right. So my friends, get to know your candidates and register and rock the vote. And beware, always in the shadows there are those who want to rock the vote. They say you can't vote, your machine isn't working right, and you can't vote 'cause you're going to school. You can't vote, you're registered properly, and you can't vote 'cause the lines are too long. Say you're gonna use it, say you'll never lose it, and if they ask you whose it is, just say it's my vote. My voice, my right.
is Ruby. I'm an artworks apprentice, and I'm here today to tell you to vote. Because it's time to create a better future for our friends, for our family, for our peers, for everybody. Because everybody deserves to feel safe and heard in their communities, no matter where they come from or who they are. And you are capable of creating that change, and we want to help provide you with the tools to do so. And that's why Artworks Apprentices made these really informative little voters guides. They're beautifully illustrated, and it lays out exactly how to go through the entire Ohio voter process. Registration, absentee ballots, everything. And this is my first year getting to vote in a presidential election, and that's really exciting. But it can also be sort of intimidating and overwhelming at times. And this guide has really helped me a lot. You know, misinformation is one of the main reasons youth voters and voters in general choose not to go to the polls entirely. And that's just silly, because when we vote, we're making our voices heard. Here, we believe for the people, by the people, means all of the people, and not just a select few. So I will leave you with one question today. Are you ready to be heard?
My vote, my voice, my right. A declaration that is just as important now as it's been throughout our nation's history. My name is Julie Brock, and I'm the current president of the Muse Board of Directors. I'm also a singing member in the Alto 1 section. I'm excited that you've joined us for the second volume of our virtual concert series. Voting rights have had a convoluted history since the founding of the United States. It wasn't until 1870, with the passing of the 15th Amendment, that any constitutional law guaranteed the right to vote to men of any race. Because of this new amendment, a number of voter suppression tactics were used to disenfranchise African American men. Literacy tests, voting taxes, restructured laws for felons, and violence were all used to keep these men from voting. The history of women's suffrage in the U.S. has been even more convoluted. While women gained the right to vote in 1920 with the passage of the 19th Amendment, voter suppression against African American women and other marginalized groups persisted. Throughout the 1950s and 60s, members of the civil rights movement put their lives on the line in their fight for equality. Their struggles helped lead to the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which specifically prohibits any law that suppresses the voting rights of any minority. Even with the Voting Rights Act, barriers to voting still exist. Voter ID laws, changes in voter registration, disrupted polling sites, and the latest attacks on the U.S. Postal Service are some of the tactics that keep people, especially African Americans and other people of color, from being able to vote. We stand on the shoulders of those who came before us as we work to build a more perfect union. My vote, my voice, my right is a declaration of our right as American citizens to vote freely without restrictions, no matter what race, gender, religion, or class. Join us next time, and remember, your vote is your voice and your undeniable right.